start this live stream over, and I'm currently facing the back of the microphone, so I'm sure that's how that works. What am I making? Cinnamoroll pattern development. And then I'll add a thumbnail later, I guess. Let's see if we can get this to work without the audio glitching terribly. And then grab my phone just to make sure that this is working. Okay, I think this works. I think everything's mostly working. Is the problem possibly that the microphone is not in the way my face is facing? I don't care. I need to just actually work on this, which is the whole point. So I've done 3 rounds, 4 rounds, I can't even remember how to count. Magic ring, we ended up with 8 stitches, an increase a round, increase single crochet, repeat around, and increase 2 single crochet, repeat around for 32 stitches. And I want to push it and make it 1 round bigger, but I think for the sake of proof of concept, I should not. So I'm just going to start some regular single crochet rounds. Cinnamoroll does not have a very oval head. I mean, you know, whatever. I kind of want it to like widen out for the cheeks and then come in. So instead of doing a straight ball just in and out, I'm going to make the top of the head and kind of bring it out and then in. Ooh, I think it might be raining outside. Yeah, it's raining. Really hope my internet doesn't go down since the internet company hasn't come back yet to actually trench it into the ground, which is cute. But whatever, at least I have internet for the first time in years. I do have internet, I just have DSL. And it's irritating, and I'm irritated. Okay, so we've got the top of a head. So what I'm going to do is in this, okay, so we've done, I need to figure out a quiet place to put that. So round 1, 2, 3, 4. So rounds 5 and 6, I single crocheted all the way around, and that was 32. So for round 7, I'm going to increase and then single crochet around. That's probably not the clearest formatting. Actually, so what I could do for the bottom of Cinnamoroll's head is decrease in 6s. Let's see if that cleans up. Oh no, Oh no. Oh dear. Well, anyway, that was a fun idea while it lasted. I am gonna like aim to get to 36 in the next two rows, and then I can start the decreases. So I want the next round to end up at 30. Well, yeah. I'll just do for round 7 an increase, 1 increase, just 1 at the beginning, and then for round 8, 1 single increase, single crochet around, and then yeah, I see where I went wrong there. What? How? I kept okay. I was thinking I needed to get to 34. Okay. Boop 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 boop. I may or may not have water in this office currently. So 32 divided by 2, 16 minus 1, 15. So if I do 1 increase, 15 single crochet, I'll add 2. And same thing here, 1 increase, 16 single crochet, I'll get up to 36. That seems reasonable. And so then aiming for that to be, sorry, that probably was really loud. Aiming for that to be where I start my decreases. So we did 5 and 6. Now we want to do, I've just forgotten how to crochet. Do I go into the same one or the next one? What? Fudge. Yep, totally 100% forgotten which one to start in. So 1, 2, so that's our first increase, and then 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. I should count to 15 first, or else I'll forget where I am. Okay, so that's 10. So, right, no, I think this works. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Maybe there's a reason why people don't do this, and that's because you sound like an idiot when you're trying to crochet something freehand. So, for the rest of that row, 1 more increase, and we'll see if 15 stitches gets us back to the beginning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll call that back to the beginning. I think I should have gone into my same stitch on that one. Okay, so same thing for round 8. I've got an increase, so 1, 2, and then 16 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And would you look at that, we are right back at our increase from the last round, because I am a grown human that knows how to count. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 plus 18 is 36. I can count. So we've got our increases on either side, and I'm going to pull up my reference picture again. Which is not much. I just googled Cinnamoroll. So I do want it to close quite quickly, but I think I'm still a little short. So I'm going to do, 9 SC around for 36. That way when I start the increase, it doesn't like pull the face back in. It would be nice if I actually knew how to do a center pull. It was so compact. Okay, so we'll do 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Part of me was like, oh, I'll get on here and be chatty and talk about things. But apparently I actually can't think while I'm crocheting more than to like listen to an audiobook or a podcast. So I'm just sitting here in silence, listening to the rain and the cars go by. Which is a strange place for me to be, I think. It's Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Yes, it's Tuesday at 1. I do not have much time to finish this. Alrighty. So we've done 36 around now. Still debating if that's enough. It's never enough. I always stop one short because I think I have done enough, and then I always think I should have done another round. So we will do a 10th round of 36. Do you go in the same stitch? Do you go in the next stitch? Does it matter? Have I ever known? Why am I second guessing my ability to crochet right now? I wish I had something on the screen in front of me to read so that I could be entertained by something other than the sound of my own voice. and I would get up and set something up, except that would make a lot of noise. Yeah, I could mute myself, that's fine. I never said I was bright. Certainly would not say that. Okay, so that's making sense. Once I come back around to that, I will have 36 stitches in my round, and I will be ready for the first decrease round. And instead of 8 like the last one, we're just going to do a classic 6 decrease, where you decrease every 6 stitches. It's also a fascinating way to figure out how much time it actually takes me to kind of make a pattern, because I usually absolutely do not keep track of that time. And there's always the time of like, well, I made what I thought was a cool pattern and then I didn't write it down anywhere. So at least this way I have, even if I don't leave this public, I have a video recording of everything I did and the pattern with grimy hands. Okay, so for round 11, I'm going to do a decrease and then 4 single crochet and repeat that around, and that will get me to 30 and 12, decrease 3 single crochet, 24, 24, and this is why I don't write patterns, because I can't read what I wrote. Hopefully this isn't transferring onto this. It's a washable marker, but you know, who knows? Okay, so decrease 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet, decrease 1, 2, 3, and 4. Decrease 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease 1, 2, 3, and 4. So again, slip stitch. There we go, kind of coming in a little bit there. So for round 12, like I wrote down, we're going to decrease and then single crochet 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I will need to look at my reference picture and decide if I want to make the body all in one go or if I want to sew the head on. And not gonna lie, I've been greatly enjoying doing things all in one go and not having to sew later, so I might be a little biased towards that. But you know, we shall see. We shall see. 3. To be fair, I have not actually made anything, any finished things with this blanket yarn. It's quite new to me because I am the old and I do not go on the TikTok. And so I have not been exposed to all of these cute creations that everyone's obsessed with right now, and I'm jealous. So there we go. What? I don't know why I keep flipping it to show you, because it's a head. It's a round ball. Okay, I'll take a look at my reference photo over here. Oh yeah, he's a fat chunk. Where's a good chunk? So, I think we're gonna try to just do it all in one go, because I want to. So the next round is a decrease followed by 2 single crochets. Round 13, decrease, 2 single crochets, and that gets you to 18 stitches. Should I stop putting that cap on right next to the microphone? Probably. 3, 4, 5. I don't think I was actually on this one yet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yes, that was round 12. So round 13, I'm going to decrease and do 1 and 2, and then we're going to decrease and do 1 and 2, so my favorite Sanrio character is actually Pom Pom Purin. I know nothing about Cinnamoroll. I just think she's cute. And I found the pink and the blue. And I had this vintage white already from a strawberry project that I'm working on. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make a cute little bunny. Because I feel like that's always my go-to little practice project for anything is bunnies are always cute. Just make a bunny and see what happens. 1, 2. Speaking of strawberry, I don't think I actually have any stuffing in this office yet, so I'm probably gonna have to raid the strawberry. Okay, so it's got kind of little puffy cheeks, and coming in closer here. Usually, if you start doing the body too soon, you won't end up with much of a neck at all. So I will, my apologies, I need like a soft surface. For round 14, I'm gonna decrease and do 1 single crochet, and that will be 12 stitches. And then for 15, I'm going to decrease, wait, it's just so stretchy. I'm just not used to it being so stretchy. Because I keep thinking like, oh, I've got to be close to like, it's so big. I don't know how to work on this scale. Oh man. Okay, so decrease 1, decrease 2, decrease 3, decrease 4, decrease. I don't know what I'm actually counting. None of it is actually anything that makes sense. Okay. So that should be a small enough neck. What I normally like to do is, instead of stuffing the head here and then starting the body, because when you start the body you tend to get some of the stuffing caught up in that, I'm going to do well, I should probably finish round 14. And then I'm going to do a round of single crochets in the back loops only. So 12 back loop only single crochets all the way around that circle. So I'm going to set this down and I think try to wipe off my table so that I can write the next set of directions. This works a lot better when I have my magic eraser. Okay, so that was round. Should I have left some of them so that I know what I was doing? Probably. You know, that would make sense. So now we're starting the body, and technically it's all one piece. So personally, I'm going to continue with round 15 and body. Round 15, single crochet around back loops only, and that will be 12. And then Cinnamoroll, Cinnamoroll has quite the just like blob of a body, really just a square almost, just comes straight down and in, so there's not all that much shaping to do here. So we'll go ahead and do that back loops only. So, and every single round I have been ending with a slip stitch and starting with a chain one and not saying anything about it because I don't think about it. So chain one, 12 in the back, not back loops only, front loops only, right? Back loops would be this side, so I'm going to do, so you see how that's, can you see it? Can you see it? Single crochet one, so there's one stitch and I'm going to come up in the middle like that. And this kind of helps give a little bit more of a, like a crease to the neck where it wants to come out instead of just go straight down. That way, since we'll be expanding the body quite a lot rapidly, it, I don't know, it just does a thing. It's just how I've always done it. So, we get around to the beginning. Slip stitch that together, chain one, and it's starting to look ridiculous, but that's okay. I swear it's not just a sack. So now we went up to 36 with our head, so I'm probably gonna go up to, I don't know, it's hard when you're translating from a cartoon to amigurumi because I have some desire to like keep kind of close to the original pattern design, like original character design. I think what I'll do for round 16 is increase single crochet around and go up to 18. I think that will be a sufficiently voluminous body without potentially really taking over the head. And then we're going to regretfully, I should probably print a, yeah, I should definitely print a reference photo next time. That's fine. So here we are, increase 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase. Oh yeah, no, this is quite bad because now I can't delete this because I made all my notes on the board on my desk. So I have to go through this video again to actually find the pattern. Mistakes have been made. So there's 18 stitches, slip stitch and chain 1. Now I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's not enough. Okay. Let's get a better actual look at things. Yeah. Problem is she really has no neck, so I think instead of the increase single crochet, I should just increase around and go up to 24 really rapidly. So chain 1, and then we'll just increase in every single stitch around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it's important that I count like that every once in a while, because the last few rows are just on whatever's there is there, and I'll put a stitch in each one, but not actually truly counting. So every once in a while I just count just to double check where I'm at. Okay, so we need to erase that. Just increase around for 24. So then the next rounds are going to be 17 through something, and then it'll just be single crochet around 24, and then decrease, single crochet 18, decrease 12, decrease down to 6, and then we'll bind off. So in here is where I'm going to stuff the head, and then yeah, and then like here-ish is where I'll stuff the body. So I'm going to go ransack the strawberry and get some stuffing, because I'm horribly overprepared for that. Here's the strawberry. opening up the bottom of the strawberry so that I can steal some squish. Which is going way smoother than I anticipated. I really thought this would be way more of a pain. And that's why you don't wear false nails. I feel like that needs a trigger warning or something. False nail explosion. Don't mind me. See, that would have been the perfect time to use my my BRB thing that I made that I haven't used, and I can't figure out what to use to get this tail out. Okay, progress is being made on the strawberry extraction. There we go. Still kind of hard to undo just by the nature of blanket yarn being what it is. I should not put that on top of the words. Okay. Anyway, so how's the weather? Clearly I have no idea what exactly this stream is meant to be, other than seeing how long it takes for me to actually make this start to finish. Which obviously it would be quicker once I have the pattern established, but it is what it is. I'd like to maybe do streams where I actually talk about anything, so that I have something to talk about. It's not just the weather. But maybe I should just make sure that the tech works first, and actually remember to bring a water bottle, because this is a lot of pointless talking that is really drying me out. Okay, so we've got our head base. I like the shape, and then to finish stuffing, I kind of open it, that's gross, open it up in the middle and stuff into the middle. And it just kind of, I always feel like helps you get more compaction and just overall a better stuff. I don't know. And then also this is the body, or the head and the body, so you don't want to overstuff it and have it be interfering with your stitches or overflowing anywhere. There we go. Like that. If I wanted to, I could try... Nah. I'd love to do the eyes, but I really feel like you have to have the whole thing and take it as a whole to do the eyes. And honestly, for the body, like 4 rounds probably. So we would end with round 20 and then do the decreases. I think I'll make a note of that and then kind of shoot for it. That way I remember where I was heading. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Okay, so that was round 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is round 18. Do that same thing round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It's just fluff. It's okay. It's just fluff. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Getting really paranoid about counting now. Okay, so that's 18. Yeah, I think 19, 20, and then decreases should be golden, which is really exciting because the primary part of Cinnamoroll that I'm excited about is doing the ears. And apparently the tail is quite interesting. There's a decent chance I'll just do an I-cord for that. Because this is so bulky, you can't really get like a single crochet or a 6 single crochet tube, I don't think, or possibly just don't want to. At what point do I get too close to the camera and start hitting it? Anyway, so that's round 18, and I think Cinnamoroll's just got like little stubby arms and legs, so that won't be too bad. I'll just make little balls and sew them on, kind of a deal. But okay, round 17, 18, 19. So this is our final round of just plain single crochets. And then I will double check to make sure that's looking right. The other thing is that since we're on 24, which is easily divisible by 8, I could decrease by 8s instead of by 6s. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like it would actually achieve what I want it to achieve. No, yeah, to get like a flatter bottom, and I don't know that that's what I want. Actually, I probably should want that so that it sits up. Okay. So head and body. And what I think I need to do is do one more row and then I'll just do a regular 6 decrease. So instead of 20, we're going to do 21. So that makes that row 22, 23, 24. Okay, that's not too bad. The scale is still so weird of like, how can you do 24 rows and have something this gosh darn big? But, you know, that's fine. It makes me a little jealous as I sit over here with my teeny tiny little creations and everyone's making this awesome huggable stuff. But I'm learning. I'll try. So this is round 21. The last kind of body round, because I do tend to sometimes make bodies a bit too short, and that's a little unfortunate sometimes. But honestly, usually you can just stuff to make up the difference or like help shape things. I'm just not a good like freehanding works so well for me because I just make it up as I go along. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because this way when we come in, it won't pull in too tight there. So we'll do that, and then for round 22, we'll decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet. Can you believe that like with a tiny K hook I'm still getting gaps because I don't remember how to put tension on yarn? I'm just not used to it. That's why I use the waistcoat stitch for everything, because I like to have functioning wrists. I can already kind of feel it just working with the blanket yarn, and I have a hook that has like a bamboo handle, and that one works really well, except I lost it in the parking lot yesterday because I had it in my pocket, like a good person that carries stuff in their pocket. Okay, there we go. And then I'll do row 23, just decreases around. Alrighty, so now we're at 12 stitches around. I do have a feeling that I might have lost one, but that's fine. Same difference. Let me see if that's actually floof. Get that out of there. And then we can stuff the body, and if you're like really serious business, you can put something else in the very bottom to help it stand. I tend to just, that's what legs are for. I don't try to make my amigurumi balance all that well, especially if I know they're getting legs and a tail and they'll have support there. But, yeah. Okay, that should be good, and then I'll figure out where my yarn went. Oh god. What is this? What is it? Where am I? What am I? Okay, so chain one, we'll just decrease around. Is now a bad time to mention that I can't remember if I decreased by 8s or by 6s? No, I followed what I wrote here. I'm good. I'm good. I have half a brain on. That's a lie. Okay. If you want, if you have any sort of hole, you can like loop this in and through and secure it. So holy, man. Like, I have the worst gauge on the face of the planet. Great gauge? I don't, tension? I feel as though I am not worthy of the hook. And also, like, I'm whispering because it's really quiet in here right now and kind of echoey. Just not even like audio on audio echoey, just in life echoey. Okay, so there we have it. We have a head. We have a body. We have Cinnamoroll. Okay. That's my chair. I forgot I was gonna wipe off this while I was gone. Oh well. Too bad, so sad. BRB. Let's just pretend I put the BRB thing back up. I sound like I'm in a cavern. Anyway. I don't have my regular office chair, I just have this like IKEA stool thing that's supposed to be used for standing desks. So it doesn't have a flat bottom, it like wiggles around and rolls, which is great when you're trying to not make awful chair ground sounds. All right, that's mostly clean. This is a crochet hook and this is a body. So now for the really truly the most important aspect of Cinnamoroll is the ears. And they gotta be about this big. This is how I measure things. It's just arbitrarily. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's the bulky yarn. It's all the bulky yarn. It helps a lot. So I think that's roughly like, I want to say 18 stitches to like start the ears. So we'll start on the ears, and that is round 1 magic. Oh yeah, because this was 8 stitches. So magic ring, 6 single crochet, and then I realized I should probably. Okay, so round 2, we're going to increase around to 12, and I can't really go off the body to figure out the ears because I used the increasing by 8. Just ignore the chair, it's fine. Okay, so now I'll start one of the ears, and honestly I think for Cinnamoroll I can probably do the face right after I have the ears done, because that's most of what we need to be balancing with the face. The body does not seem all that intrusive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then tighten that. I have like magic ring PTSD flashbacks of when I first started with blanket yarn, and it kept snapping every time I tried to close the magic ring, and I just wanted to crawl in a hole. Speaking of PTSD flashbacks, when I was a kid, I used to play tennis, and I did not enjoy playing tennis. It was my least favorite thing in the world. But I had to. 7 days a week, 2 hours a day. Not 7 days a week, but a lot. So that's 12. Let's compare this to... Oh yeah, definitely gonna go for 18. So round 3, increase single crochet, 18. 1, 2, yeah. So I had to play tennis, and the other day I was at a park in my kind of pseudo hometown, and I thought I would go to the park and knit a little bit and just have a relaxing day at the park. But I chose this park that really has nothing to it except playgrounds and tennis courts. And there were actually people on the tennis courts, which is quite rare. Usually, but I think it was just after school had gotten out, so I think it was a bunch of, like, possibly a school that used that place to practice. And so, see, now I've gone off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I accidentally did 2 in a row right there. Okay, so maybe this won't be a chatty story time because I can't get through the first sentence of just the fact that I was sitting with my back to a tennis court and, like, would involuntarily just could feel my nervous system acting up every time it felt like someone had hit a really crazy lob or something. And that's how you get that thing where you need the shot in your chest to get your nervous system to calm down. I don't know. Okay, I think that's splendid. So now I kind of want to go this distance with single crochets and then just do decrease 1 and kind of end around 8. So my goal is to have 8 around at the end and maybe do, okay, I can kind of measure on here, 5 rounds of it full size and then shrink a little bit. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, that kind of makes sense mathematically. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 through 9, single crochet around 18, and then possibly, I really kind of want them to be kind of an equal size. So we'll see how 5 rounds gets me. And then actually, okay, yeah, I should just actually crochet. That might be smart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, so that's round 4. I mean, those are some honkin' big ears. That'll be awesome. This is round 5. And this is where life gets really tedious and boring because I'm like, well, technically I only need 1 ear to verify that the pattern works. But also I need to have something I can take pictures of, and I need to actually verify that I can recreate the ear, because sometimes I go to do that and I'm like, what did you do? Why did you decide that that was a good idea? The other thing is that since I usually work like in the round, instead of doing a chain and a slip stitch and a chain 1, I lose track of my rounds all the time, so I have to count them by the actual rounds. This is a little easier, and you know what would be even easier? If I actually ever used a stitch marker in the history of the world. That would be super, super duper cool. But alas, there are just some things that I cannot do morally, ethically. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, unknotting all of my knots from not taking care of this ball of yarn earlier. I don't know, man. Part of me thinks that all you young folks are getting out easy with your cool blanket yarn being able to work up so quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, just verifying that I can count again. Yeah, I thought about doing like an actual body cam for the body doubling thing, and then I remembered that I'd have to sit even vaguely like a non-gargoyle creature. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's 4 through 8 is 5 rounds, and I'm still sticking with the 5 rounds because I'm trying to be cheap and cheaty, and if I can start if I can start decreasing, that's instant gratification. Isn't that pathetic? Like, that I occasionally dictate my designs on cannot do more than this many rounds of a single repeat, or I will lose my bananas. So that's a thing. That's a bit of a problem. But really, it doesn't matter, except to me and my lack of delayed gratification. So, there we've got big ol' ear, man. Maybe too big of a big ol' ear. Yeah. Okay, so maybe what I'll do is decrease every other... No, yeah, okay. Decrease once every round, and because I'm lazy, I'm just going to throw that decrease right in the first stitch. So this one will end up with 17, so we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Every day I'm just so proud that I can count. So normally if you were doing something with more stitch definition and you didn't want all of your decreases to line up in a line, you could stagger them or something, but I'm going to pretend that putting all the decreases in a row will help shape the ear in some way. So I'm gonna keep going with this. Round 9 was a decrease, single crochet around, repeat the bit in parentheses. I have not had to actually write down a pattern in so long because I have not been doing anything in my life except wallowing in self-pity and working through 150 pounds of Jacob fleece that I need to use. Okay, so technically round 10 is the same thing. And we'll see if we can get all the way down to 8 doing this. I don't know. If I could justify this in some way, because I have so much fun doing this. And it was a lot of fun to make the patterns before, but I just am not good at customer service. And obviously my crochet style was not for everybody, so I've been kind of stepping away from things and worried about how to actually properly explain things. So I figured with a blanket yarn it's a fair bit simpler as far as like big stitches. So this is round 11. Technically I could have just done 9 through something, but I don't have a brain currently. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If I run out of this white, I will be devastated. Okay, it's 2 o'clock, so I have 2 hours, I think, to finish this before I have to go to a meeting. All right, I think that's actually kind of making sense there. So this one's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is actually more of just the harsh reality of how long it takes to crochet. Because I think I'm decently fast, but it's never something that I focus on speed-wise. Like, I have a cadence. That sounded so over the top fancy. Like, oh yeah, I'm so fancy. I have a cadence to my crochet. No, but I have a rhythm that I get into. And even then, I made a Cult of the Lamb. Like, the thing has to weigh 8 pounds. It is the size of a whole human baby, and by that I mean a very large human baby. And I think that thing took me like 8 hours, start to finish. I sat down and did it in one day. I think I based it off of a Cult of the Lamb pattern that I already have, but I kind of winged it to fit with the super intense blanket yarn that I was working with. That was the first project I did with proper bulky yarn. And man, I could not believe that it took me 8 hours to crochet something. It really made me second guess my life, and my choices, and the value of crochet in the world. Oh, yeah, I'm actually really liking that shape. I think that will be quite good. So, should I have kept writing down where I'm at so that I don't lose track? Probably. Does it matter? No, because I'm just gonna stop at 8 and then it'll be good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should probably actually line it up with the body and make sure that that's true and that I don't need to start decreasing faster, because I might be getting way too big for my britches here. Oh, nah, man, that's working out pretty darn good. Kind of awkward hand. Yeah, I think that will work out quite nicely. Okay, yeah. So I want a little bit extra so that I have enough to sew on and like dictate if I want the ears to kind of be stuffed at the top or just lay flat. So I will indeed carry on to whatever round ends up having 8 in it. So 12 has 14, 13 has 13, 14 has 12, 15 has 11. I'm bad at math, has 10, 17 has 9, and 16 has 8. Okay, so our body had 24 rounds, and our ear should have 16, and I'm really enjoying these, like, good, even, chill numbers. I don't like how close the marker is to my elbow, though, because that is inevitably going to get on my elbow. But that's fine. That's fine. The other thing is I forgot I already crocheted some of these because I was like, oh my god, that's so many rounds left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we just have one row left. One, 2, 3, 'I froze. No, I'm just kidding. It's just me. I'm just frozen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then slip stitch. And instead of doing making any decisions on how I'm going to finish this right now, I'm just going to pull through and leave myself a heckin' long tail so that whatever I decide to do with this, I have some options. So just kind of like attaching it flat across there. But yeah, I love how it's almost perfect right in line with the bottom. I wish I wasn't so holy, man. Why can't I ever make something without holes? Okay, so should I be a good human and actually do the other ear and attach it and do the legs and the arms? I just need a little Cinnamoroll face. That's all I want. But it will be so much cuter with ears. Okay. So, drum roll, please. Let's do that again. Isn't that so fun? Next time someone asks you to make something, just send them this video. Just be like, here's how long it takes to make a stupid plushie. 4, 5, 6. It's ridiculous. And then we act like we made our magic loop correctly and we don't break the blanket yarn. And then we join, chain 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. 1, 2. Again, I'm catching the tail yarn in there so that it is already caught up, and I'm just going to increase around. And just why can't I work on my tension? What's wrong with, I think I hold the yarn bad. I'm just bad. 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we will slip stitch, chain 1. It's 2 o'clock. I put an offer in on a house the other day And I'm waiting to hear back, and it's really, really just tragic. Because I feel like I can't do anything in my life until I know whether or not I got this house, because that dictates where I move and how much space I have and what I'm doing. So I just need to know, and I just want them to tell me. But the deadline for offers was today, so in theory, hopefully that means they can make a decision by the end of the day. That'd be cool. But I also didn't really put in, I put in above asking, but like not a lot. I'm gonna do the stitch out front this time. I'm gonna see if maybe I just don't know how to crochet. Always a possibility. Always truly a possibility. But anyway, yeah, put an offer in on this house. It's a ramshackle situation, but it's in my budget. And, you know, who doesn't need more projects in their life? I have no idea, like, I don't want to bug my realtor, because they're not really my realtor, and I really don't like working with realtors because they kind of act like I should be a grown-up and know what I'm doing, and I want to just be like, help. How do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I like that better. But then you start migrating over, I guess. I don't know. And then my like most intense anxiety is not sounding like I know what I'm talking about, even though I like put myself down all the time, and I don't ever really, I always act like I don't know what's going on or what I'm doing, but I still like want to show people that no, secretly I do. And so normally in like house situations, I do know what I'm doing, but when there's a realtor involved, I'm like, are you magic? What do you do in this process? Do I need you? Can I not talk to you? Can you just do paperwork for me and we not have to be friends? And like the amount of calls and texts that I'm getting from various places that I've ever put in my information about looking for houses is pretty awful. But it's fine, because I have my phone in permanent do not disturb anyway, so really, it doesn't matter. Doesn't change anything about my life. Except that I hate looking at my text messages, because there's just random ones sprinkled in there about how we should touch base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 more rounds of purely single crochet. I think this marker smells shockingly bad. But also I use this, like, it's not Fabuloso, but might as well be Fabuloso. I don't remember the brand name. In a lavender to mop my floors, and it's a lot. That is some strong fragrance. And then I was supposed to bring slippers so I could have office slippers and not have to wear my boots all day, but I didn't. And so now I'm just in my sock feet on the cold floor. But I can't put my shoes back on or else I'll get everything muddy again, and I mopped, and then it'll smell like Fabuloso, and then it, you know, and round and round and round we go. But maybe, I don't know. I've been watching, actually I've been taking a break from watching, but recently, the last few months, I've been watching a lot of a channel called The Lifeboat, and it's actually a recovery channel. But, you know, I feel like we're all addicted to something, and I'm not facing mine currently, so that's fine. But they go on and on about journaling, and I can't journal. I've never been able to. Like, I think I did. I certainly can't journal where you actually write about stuff. I can do the, like, here's a daily task list. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're starting the decreases. So 1 decrease, single crochet around. 1 decrease, single crochet around. Until you get to 8 total stitches. Is that where I'm headed with this? And then we will have 2 matching ears. Perfect. Okay. 1 decrease. Oh yeah, but I suck at journaling. And so I was like, maybe if I talk to myself and record it, that kind of counts. If I'm doing that same kind of processing type stuff. I don't know. I do not know. But really secretly, all I want to do is talk about cults, and I think that's what I should be doing. But I feel like I'm so deep into this pattern that if you were actually trying to watch it to learn about how I make Cinnamoroll, and you're just like, oh, and then she starts talking about murder for no reason. But you know, it's fine. No one's gonna watch it anyway, so it's perfect. No. At some point, I just need to, like, accept that I have special interests and, like, fully dive into them, which I thought I was going to be able to do today, but it's 2:18 and I've done nothing, so not going to happen. And I have this god-awful meeting tonight. This has nothing to do with the life. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, thank you. You can count. Gold star. I don't know. I am so tired all the time and doing nothing with my life. So might as well do whatever I want. Truly, no. What am I talking about? Does it matter? Not particularly. Sorry, I'm just like so close to the end of this ear that I'm excited for it to be done. There we go. That'll be nice. No, okay. So this meeting tonight. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll rant about the meeting. Oh yeah, I was saying I have special interests. Which, like, I'm not sure if that's an appropriated term for people with autism, because that's usually where I've heard it. And let's be real, I'm somewhere on that spectrum for sure. But I have things that I know too much about. A freaky, in fact, amount. Unfortunately, if I come into contact with any breathing human that knows anything about these topics, I will feel the need to discuss them with them. And that has gotten me into a number of pickles, including one of my quote-unquote special, and like, I feel like special interest is really trivializing it, because very often they're focused on groups of people and religions, and so that's not something I want to trivialize. But one of them is learning about Mormonism, because I love to listen to podcasts, and if you've ever listened to the Mormon Stories podcast with John DeLynn, it is the most wonderful long-form content I've ever consumed, and it just goes on and on forever and ever, and like 8-hour interviews of one person's story. when do you get to hear someone tell their story for 8 hours? It's just awesome. But anyway, I live in Missouri. As we all know, that is the supposed Holy Land that the Mormons will return to at the end times, whatever. I don't think that's actually right in any way whatsoever. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have plenty of time. But there is a group of, I don't know if they call them FLDS, call themselves FLDS, but like, they are people from all sorts of different offshoot groups of Mormonism, and they've gathered in Missouri to find a place where they can practice their faith more in peace. And I didn't learn about that place until very recently, even though I live fairly close. It's a shockingly well-kept secret, especially because if you live near the South, the Baptists are not fans of the Mormons. I don't know about other denominations, but like, oh man, they do not like those modern day prophets. So I am surprised that there's like an enclave this far south of rando FLDS types. But this meeting that I go to, there's a couple people there that are from that group originally. And I had to not be like, ooh, tell me all about your families. But I contained myself and just was like, oh yeah, I've heard about that place. I hear they have like a pottery shop up there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel like I might have messed up my rows here, but that's fine. And they were like, what pottery shop? We don't have a pottery shop. That's silly. And I was like, no, there is one. And they were like, that might be true. So yeah, I know more about your weird family's cult than you do. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, keeping the cap on the special interests in public is shockingly, depressingly difficult, especially when like they're so fascinating. Don't you want to know about like how the Church of Scientology traffics children? Don't you want to know about the list of like all the missing people from Scientology? I want to know. And I want to tell you all about it. Okay, so we've got the 2 ears, and I'm going to like fold them where the decreases are. That way they both kind of naturally go this way. And then we take the head, and then we realize that like the camera's way too close and I can do nothing about it. But I think if we just stuff these and then arbitrarily put them like slightly set back is usually what I go for. So, sorry, Mr. Strawberry. Important tip that I somehow went a really long time not knowing is that bags of stuffing come with a little stuffer thing, a little like chopstick, and I just never questioned it. I was just like, there's a weird stick, and threw it away until I realized what it was actually for, because I'm slightly dim. But yeah, I'm really pleased how these ears turned out. They are magnificent and so squishy too. This is stuffing not from a Squishmallow, but like a very Squishmallow. Actually, it might have been. Who was that? Yeah, this was a Squishmallow shark that my dog attacked. And so he's kind of become my reusable stuffing for temporary projects where I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna take this apart before too long. or reuse it or something. Speaking of, I should just sell the pattern ones for really cheap just to recoup my costs of this blanket yarn is so unreasonably expensive. Especially if you just need little bits of one color. Nah, I don't understand, man. I am too cheap for this and too poor for this, so. Okay. But if you don't have the stick that came with the stuffing, you can use a pen. I think that's where I was going with that. I like to use scissors. I don't remember why. Probably to try to poke out the corners without using something actually sharp. If I'm making something that has a corner, it's so weird to be working with something this big. Okay. Nope. The main thing, the important lesson that I did not just learn is to like stuff as you go. Make sure that your end is well stuffed because it's harder to move things down in the way that you want. So right now, I don't want this top part to really expand at all. So I'm not going to like stuff into the center like I did previously. I'm just trying to make sure that I get the length that I need. You can make a little baseball bat or, you know, something else. Okay, so we've got my decreases. I'm gonna keep those facing down. That works. Okay. Oh. And then, so I did those increases on the face on either side. I just don't even know what's going on there. Something, oh, that's the back seam. So I will do that. And going to immediately forget where I was putting it. Try to thread this needle. Oh, that's so much better than the other one I was using. Last time it was like I was not going to survive. There we go. Wait. I feel like a smarter man would pin this. But alas, I did not claim to be such a man. And like you could, I don't know, there's different ways of doing this, but I'm kind of just whip stitching it on so that I can make sure it's in a good spot. And if I need to move it, I can without undoing a bunch of stitching. Yeah, okay, so going to hide this for right now, but still leave it long just in case I decide to undo that. And Moop. You'd think I could thread the largest needle on planet Earth. Okay. Did I just I just threaded it onto its, yeah. Alright, so I'm threading this one that's attached to the other ear that's not attached yet. There we go. And the seam is there. And this is, so we've got round 1 and round 2, and it's attached essentially right to round 3. So I'm just going to anchor it so that I can flip it around. So round 1, round 2, and then we're going into round 3 and catching both layers of the ear. Sorry. didn't think I needed to put the camera so far away and zoom in, but I think that might have been a better idea because I'm running out of options. Okay, so I'm just gonna tie that off. Now we realize that we didn't check if the ears were, I forgot about that part. Putting the decreases facing down to give the ear that shape that I was going for. So unpicking blanket yarn is my favorite activity. Oh yeah, because I actually tied a knot. Come on. I believed in you. I believed in myself a little too much. I'm trying to make sure I don't get the top of my head in the camera. I'm just gonna have to do it. What did that accomplish? Nothing. So I don't have any scissors here. And also this is the world's crappiest knife apparently. Is this even the one I'm supposed to be taking off? Let's make sure I'm not that dumb, because I am. Why do people like blanket yarn? I'm done. I'm done. It's too tragic. Okay. I gotta find... I might have just cut a hole in his head. There we go. And this is when Cinnamoroll turns into a zombie. And I have a good cry. I don't know what's going on there. It's fine. And it's a prototype. Okay, so you see the ear. You see how it kind of has a swing to it? We're going to hold it like this. And since I had to aggressively destroy my super long yarn tail, I will thread this needle again sewing through here. I'm going to tie a knot and I'll hide that later. There we go. This way. So this is the back. So we're going to go kind of into the third round and not mess it up. Ooh. And hopefully not have whatever stitch I think I popped earlier come apart. So we're gonna kind of go a little bit third round, a little bit second round, a little bit all over the place. A little bit, please don't fall apart on me. But, you know. Oh yeah, so that's from where I tied it. The great thing about blanket yarn, you can just shove your hand in there. Anchor that a bit better. And then that. Send this to the other side. Just make sure that we are good and attached. And then tie a knot. And then we can send that through here. Ta-da! Okay. I think the ears might need a little, you know, finagling to decide on their permanent position. But we have ears and we have a body, and I think let's see if I can allow myself to do the face. BRB. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have this blanket yarn when I bought the pink and the blue on me, obviously. I didn't take it to the store. So the pink and blue that I ended up buying, which are this Yarn Bee Adorable, are a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker weight than the I should probably wipe this off before I get it all over the place. Especially because we are done with the ears. Should I have taken a picture of that before I wiped it away? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's fine. That's later me's problem, to remember what on earth I did. So the pink and the blue are a little bit bigger than I was anticipating, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be able to do the face and have it look reasonable. But I guess I'll start with the eyes. I got this nice baby blue for the eyes. Let's see if I know how to center pull. Oh, look at that. It's so easy. Oh my god. And then hopefully there's something in here. Oh man, that sheds. That's not great. I'm not sure that having long nails is actually useful. If it sheds that much, that's just awful. Okay. There we go. And I shouldn't actually need that much, but I will use a ton. So normally there's some, in the ears. I try to find some place to tie off that's kind of hidden. So sticking it kind of in there and just tying a knot, because no one's gonna care if there's a little blue dot under his ear, and stuffing the end in there. That way it's like firmly anchored. So Cinnamoroll. The eyes are very much like quite off to the side and space for the cheeks. And I think part of it is just structure. So again, pins are helpful. I'm thinking right in here. And then weirdly enough, the Squishmallow stuffing actually gets caught really easily. Okay, maybe that wasn't the best hiding spot, but we'll go with it. But this stuff is so thick. Like, that's all you really need, isn't it? So I'm not quite sure. And I had this same predicament when I was making the strawberry that I'm working on, trying to make strawberry seeds and have them not look ridiculous. I just wanted, you know, like a seed shape. But it's so bulky that there's not really all that much manipulation you can do. I mean, does that... I don't know, man. I feel like I just have to keep going through and through. I mean, that might work. And then I'll tie it off again so that it doesn't get pulled on and totally distort the eye when I go to the other side. There's gotta be a better way to hide these. But, ow! Those are much harder to break than the burnout ones. I don't know. Does that make sense? Is that what we're going with? It seems awfully high now, but I, again, think that's partially the angle and partially my life. No, mostly just because it doesn't have the cheek coloring on it yet. I think once it's got a little bit of color in the cheeks, it might make more sense. I think my nose is getting stuffy. Anyway, so this is always a problem, I think more with smaller scale amigurumi, is like because the rows kind of go at a slant, I can never decide if I put them on the same row mathematically or not. This one I'm just gonna go with kind of an in-between. No, it's supposed to go through it. Go through here, and then go kind of halfway down that one, and hopefully that lines up okay. Nice. Yeah, this stuff sheds. I shouldn't be surprised. I think maybe there is something to the blanket yarn being slightly higher quality, but this just looks like an alien. Should I just be making, like, oh man, Invader Zim or something? That'd probably make way more sense. Okay, so I will tie this off again under the ear. Making poor choices with my life, but that's okay. Hey, get in there. Anyway, so it looks like a demented bunny now. Ta-da! Yeah, I still can't decide if the eyes are too high, but we're just gonna wing it with the cheeks and then see where exactly we go from here. Because I think this stuff is just way too thick to do the mouth. And I think I maybe put the eyes too far off the side of the head. But either way, I need to get the pink to make sense of it, and then we'll probably move the eyeballs closer together. That's possibly the direction that we're headed in. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of how difficult it is to make detailed stuff with this blanket yarn, but I will figure out a way to make it make sense. So we've got the pink. Again, just kind of an arbitrary amount. And, oh no. Oh man, that's so bad. It sheds so much. Look, I know all of your people with your excellent morals that don't shop at Hobby Lobby because of reasons, but I shop there because it's cheap sometimes. Oh, what I can do is, I'll just tie it off in the middle of the cheek because I'm gonna cover it anyway. That way I don't have to worry about my questionable choices regarding the ears. Here we go. Oh, it's so creepy. Yeah, the eyes are way too far apart. I don't know what to do about that right now. Huh. It's too far apart. I think... Should I put the mouth on first? Okay. I'm gonna scrap this. The whole thing. The whole thing. No, I'm going to readdress my life and put the eyeballs closer together because I think it's messing with me. Or honestly, it might just be the fact that I never do faces before everything else is finished and the lack of arms and legs is what's throwing me off. Please don't tell me that it's not gonna come off because it sheds too much. Okay, BRB for the millionth time. No one needed to see that. It's better for everyone. I think what might actually make the most sense is starting with the cheeks, because that will kind of dictate where the eyes can go. Man, I don't know. Yeah, this is the other problem with the blanket yarn that doesn't really like to be reused, is when I'm having to redo parts, it starts to get real ratty real quick. Which, to be fair, there's probably a way to do this with more care, but alas, you get what you get. Okay, so normally I would put the eyes way out here because they'd be cute. I want to put them in here because it's a bunny and it needs to have big pink cheeks, not like that. So we're going to not let the stuffing escape, tie off here, and pull that tail down inside. And kind of focus the eyeball right here. Okay, actually, a decent place to hide this might be down here, where I'm going to attach the arm later. Oops. And then I just kind of tuck it. So, couple stitches over directly down from the eye. Nope, ear. Yeah, that's kind of the center where I want to put that knot. Tuck the tail. Oof. So loud. Okay. So this way I can do this number. I think yeah, okay. Same thing, I'm gonna pull it down into where the arms in theory will be going, so that I don't have to hide this knot, but I want to put that knot in just in case, and send the blue down through the body. Okay, that's making more sense, especially, what? It's so low. Yeah, see what I mean about the rows kind of waggling? We'll put the cheeks on and see if that kind of straightens it out, because I'll probably overlap the eyes and the cheeks a little bit, and see if that hides some of our sins of a solar empire. What? Put this guy on here, and I'm going to tie a knot. capture his whole body in there. Okay, so I think, other than that not standing up really tall, I think that's about what I want to be doing. And then one more for good measure to cover the knot. It feels so weird to like be embroidering so sloppily. Whatever. I don't know. I know some people use like felt for faces. I always felt it looked weird to like change. Even using like embroidery thread instead of yarn sometimes felt off to me on certain pieces. So I prefer to use whatever material I'm normally working with, but sometimes it just doesn't make sense. I.e. when it's super honkin'. But we shall see. We shall see. I really think part of it is just I don't like looking at it from this angle. But I can't really give you my desired perspective because I'm working on it. You know, the little things. Just the little things. He's so pastel. There's just floof all over. I mean, I have to vacuum. And I say that like I have a vacuum in this office. I do not. I have a mini fridge though, so that's pretty good. So, gonna do like that. A little too far. We go. I swear it looks less derpy from the other angle. It did not occur to me how much it would bother me. Not be able to see it set up on camera. Okay, so I have to try to do the mouth. I guess I have to. Here's a bunch of yarn. Okay, so I guess if you just like rip off the part that's gonna come off anyway, you can thread it a lot easier. So realistically, like here, it's so small though. I'm going to definitely anchor my yarn because there's no way I'm going to be able to hide a knot down there. Up there, sideways, backwards, wherever we are. So, gonna go up and way up. There, it's done. It could almost be like inside this round. So my go-to for mouth, what worked really well on the Caro one was putting two pieces focused on a central location and then pulling it down. So I might give that a shot. Where you have that situation, but obviously smaller. But it's so fluffy that it's almost too much. And also it's way off center. But you know, we'll get to that one when we have a face design that we like. The other thing is normally I would just chain stitch it. So I might give that a shot. The problem is there's no going back. If I try to chain stitch a smile on this thing and I don't like it, it's going in the burn pit. I'm kidding. So either way, I started too far over. Here, can Cinnamoroll just be sad? Me. Okay. It's hard to chain stitch when the actual stitches are so big. Because there's no middle ground. You can't exactly. Yeah, no way. No way. That's not happening. Okay, so let's go back up here to our safety. We're going to go over 2 stitches, under 2 stitches, and then back into the middle there. And then I'm going to come down in the middle of that first one and just kind of hook that first loop and come down. Of course there's stuffing. I saw it. I thought about it. I was like, nah, I don't need to worry about it. It won't affect anything. Like a dumbass. There. That way I can pull this to get a wee bit more tension. It's really creepy looking. I don't know that I like this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. What if this was all just a giant horrible mistake? I can't tell if he's too long because I finally said, no, Celeste, you have to go as many as you think you need because all your shit is always too short. Or if he's too long because I'm looking at it weird from a top-down view. Let me get up out of my chair and look at him as a plushie. If he's sitting on something, he kind of makes sense. If you look at him this way, less so. So I'm going to BRB and kind of clean up my workspace a little bit. Okay, so I think it might be the lighting too, making it look weird. Whatever, it does not matter. So, I need to make arms and legs. And they're really just kind of magic ring 6, and then maybe like increase 2 single crochet would get me up to 8, 3, 10, 4, 12. Because at some point I have to actually go to this meeting. I'm gonna keep talking about the meeting and then just not go. Don't mind me just trying to untangle this for the millionth time. Okay, so I'm going to set Cinnamoroll over there and make some of these arms. Three, 4, 5, 6. Increase. One. Why did this yarn just get squeaky? Or have I not been paying attention? That's irritating. Okay. 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, that's bad math. Yeah, you know that's right. I don't know. I can't count. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. Increase 1, 2, 3, 4. To be fair, this yarn was already part of something else previously. I was working on a mushroom pattern, so I think it's getting a little worse for wear. 3, 4. So that's where we're at with round 4. Let's just check. I don't know. I think for this 5th and final round, I will, why not? Maybe I'll just decrease a round just to kind of pinch it a little bit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go me, I can count. And then I will give myself a pretty long tail and stuff that. Yeah, it's a pretty decent arm shape. Quite generic because he's just a blob. Does Cinnamoroll have a gender? I don't know. I know nothing of the Cinnamoroll. And like, I bought a new pack of these needles and they're just already all over the place. This should not have that many holes. Oh, yeah, I can't attach the arms until I clean that. Okay. Now for the other arm, wherein I actually try to hold some kind of tension on this. BRB. Okay, yeah, I have to start that magic ring back over. 1. I think I got rid of the squeaking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Haha! I closed it appropriately. One day I'll be good at that. Slip stitch and chain 1. So increase 1, 2. I'm still like second guessing if I can count. 1, 2, and then slip stitch chain 1, increase 1, 2, 3, increase 1, 2, 3, slip stitch chain 1. This is such a mess. Okay, I'm gonna shove all that stuff back in there. Hey yo, nifty. Going to increase, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Increase in 4 single crochet. And then I forgot to write down on the last one that the 5th row is just decreases all the way around. Hopefully I remember in 10 seconds when I stop this round, because that's how short my attention span is currently. So round 5 of the arms is decrease repeat for 6. So I chained, now we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do think this has definitely solidified the fact that there's no way I'm going to be able to make a tail in the round with this yarn. So clip that long tail and stuff the second arm. Okay, so now we've got two arms. They're so lumpy, man. I don't know. Just gonna kind of yoink them on there. So I will set those up there and just try to get some of this stuffing out of the way. Gets all over the place. So for the legs, I'm going to make the magic ring with 6, increase around for 12. I think 18 would be way too big. So probably do single crochet back loops only, and then maybe 3, 4, 5 single crochet, and then decrease down to 6. That's a good start there for the legs, I think, to kind of give them a little bit more of that like flat front look that teddy bears are wont to do, I feel like. And then we have to find out if we can actually undo enough yarn to do this, because my yarn vomit is not having it with me. Okay, so magic ring. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch and chain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So slip. I'm gonna just, second check. Yeah, that's perfect. That's not right. What I might do instead of that is decrease 1 per round for these. But at least that's repeatable, so I don't have to erase it. So I'm gonna do 12 around back loops only. 1, 2, 3, and that'll give you that nice sharpish corner. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $11, 12. Slip stitch, chain 1. So we've got a nice little end of a foot there. You know, I'll give it a shot. Round 4 single crochets all the way around. Except I should probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I actually don't think I need to go much. I think I should just do one more round and then decrease. I think I want to prevent these legs from getting too long and gangly because Cinnamoroll is a roll. They don't need long legs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think that works. So for the next, so what I did is I ended up making that 5 and this one 6. Okay, decrease 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Nice long tail. And oh, it's only just occurred to me that I probably have to clean up this office before I leave because other people might actually see it, which is very different from my normal method of working, wherein I am just a garbage pail and end up floating in fluff and have it stuck to everything I own. Okay. There we go. I swear it looks normal if it's sitting up. Okay, so one last little leg, and then we can do the tail, and then we're done. And I will have made an entire stupid blanket amigurumi in like 3.5 hours of my life that I really didn't need to be doing because I have actual work I should be doing. And instead, I thought this would be a fun way to test streaming because that's what I need to do with my life. 4, 5, oh no. Oh, that's how they're getting so tangled. 5, 6. Alrighty. Increase around. Okay. And then, so this is round 3, which is back loops only. This would be a really good opportunity to actually work on my posture. I need one of those like shock vests that gives you a little shock every time you slouch. Okay, we have the beginning of a little teddy bear leg. And we lost it. Okay, there's the yarn. So now we're going to do 2 rounds of just single crochet. and then the decrease all the way around. Remember like 5 minutes ago when I said that doing these arms and legs would give me the opportunity to actually practice having tension? That's what I think about that. That was my index finger. I just need you to know that. So that is round 4 and round 5. Maybe I need one of those tension rings? I've seen them, but I never really understood, because like I am putting some tension on there. I don't know why. Why is my tension so ridiculous? 1, 2, 3, and this is why I do the waistcoat stitch, because I don't have to worry about my tension at all. 5, no, 4, 5, and a 6. I need to shove this back in there. Boop, boop, boop. Nope. 6. If I say it enough times, my hands will do it. And a good long tail on that one as well. And stuff it a little bit. And now we actually have all of our arms and legs. I might actually get this done. I was not sure if I'd actually get a finished piece out of this. I'm gonna have to hook up my iPhone to get a shot. Well, I can't really show you anything in this office because it's a disaster and it's raining, so the sun is no longer out and it's real dark in here. So I have my 2 legs, which kind of flat fronts with the back loops only, and then 2 arms, and now I need to make a tail. So it definitely kind of has like a bulbous tail end, so what I might try to do is actually give myself a clean slate so that I can take notes, except my water here is getting really dirty. So gross, I'm sorry. Okay. So this is the wrong side of the marker. I'm gonna do magic ring round 1. So the thought is that I do a couple rows of single crochet. So like rows 2 through 4, just repeat single crochet around, and then maybe bring it down to the point where I'm doing an I-cord. That way I can get kind of a swirl going, but this yarn is so thick, I don't think I can do, I don't know. We'll see, that's the whole point, is trying to actually make the pattern. I should have maybe put in the title that this was all freehand. That might have been more appealing. Maybe it'd be more appealing if I didn't have dirty hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, my Cinnamoroll is quite small. I don't actually have that much space. to do much of a exciting tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's round 2. I think I'm going to look at some other pictures of Cinnamoroll real quick and see, okay, yeah. So it's just kind of a cinnamon bun butt. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I might actually just be able to keep going with 6 for quite a while, just to get that good swirl, you know, that swirl. It's a bit claggy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But anyway, that's 2 through 4. If I wanted to, I could shape this with stitches, but I'm really not feeling it. I'm just going to use like tally marks to keep track of the next few rounds. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep jumping around to whether I'm going into the first stitch or the second, or same stitch or first stitch. And with this blanket yarn, I really just couldn't care less. Okay, so not too much longer to get a little bit of a swirl going on the tail there, which is good because I am almost out of this white yarn and I can't go get any more right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be keeping track of my rows. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so maybe we'll shoot for like 10. That seems like a decent number. So it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is round 10. And then again, I'm going to chain 1 and give myself a good long tail, especially since we're going to be sewing this on and then shaping it a little bit with that tail to get our little Cinnamoroll twirl, swirl, squirrel, squirrel. Just gonna use the end. This is why I like my bamboo hook so much that I normally have. It's way better at stuffing things. Because I always find regular crochet hooks to be too slick for that. Probably why they give you a wooden one in the in the stuffing bag. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yep. That works. So I guess it's time to assemble. I honestly wasn't expecting to get this far. I must have dumped a bunch of dirty water all over the place. Yeah, I don't have water hooked up in here, so I have to bring a jug of water so that I can actually clean a little bit. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to start with the tail because it's my favorite part so far. I think it turned out really cute. Ow! Down with my elbow on the edge of the table. Okay, don't judge him. Don't judge him. Look, okay? We've got some work to do on the shaping. So the back, and we'll do, I want to go through the body and the front and back of the tail tube. And I'm just whip stitching that in place. And kind of go off the sides a little bit. So, honestly, I think okay, so apparently it needs a little more than that. I think I'll come like halfway up the back and kind of anchor it. There we go. Little swirly bunny tail. I think that could be anchored in a better way, cuter way, but I just can't right now. Okay. Shh, don't look. Here. Just bend his neck down so it kind of looks less weird. So, I'm going to attach the little teddy bear legs next. Very much like kind of off to the side here usually. We'll see how that works. Assuming I can thread this needle. Always the problem of my life. Okay. So on this one, I'm going to actually sew around and around, whip stitch all the way around those like 6 stitches on the bottom of the, at the top of the leg, whatever, you know what I mean. Attach leg to body, however you desire, to make it look as silly or not silly as you wish. Usually I'll do 1 round of whip stitches just to get it attached to the body, and then I'll go around 1 more time to actually pick what stitches I'm actually going through to find some that feel nice and secure. What am I looking at? That's a tail. That's a leg. Okay. He's too big. He's too big. What? What's wrong with you? Okay. Other leg. 3:47. I think I'll be done in time. Okay, so same thing over here. Just gonna kind of tack it on. Roundabouts. Oh, sorry. In the same spot. Make sure that we're kind of lined up there. Yeah. And I'm just gonna kind of go backwards. Okay. He has no arms. This is the worst part. Because I'm not entirely sure if I like the arms at all. But I found another needle. Okay. Arm. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out with the first one and then mirror it on the second one. I have to kind of look at it. Oh, so derpy. Oh God. Oh God. What are you, creature? So I think what I might do is sew the arms shut so that they're more of a line, and then sew the line into the neck, covering up my horrendous life choices of attaching the color under the neck. So to start with, I'm going to do a couple stitches really loosely because it does get kind of hard to get into this neck area once you're trying to tighten things up. So if I kind of attach it first, and then I can go through and actually make sure it's properly anchored. Especially since I'm trying so desperately to cover those colors up, and also kind of taking care of some of those shaping problems that I was having earlier, where I felt like the neck was stretching a lot further than I wanted. But honestly, maybe that's because I did the decreases by 6 way back on the head. Like, that might be part of the problem. So yeah, I'm actually going way higher up on the neck than feels reason. Well, yeah, that's lunacy. You know what this kind of looks like? One of those Sonic things that I don't know the name of. Because I'm a 90s kid and I played all of the video games. Said me lying like a lying liar. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't decide. It might be terrible. It's definitely terrible like this. fly through the air like a little bunny. Oh God. Okay. So again, on the other arm, I'm just stitching it like closed. Okay, so same thing, going to loosely grab the stitches that I'm aiming for so that at the end I have something to just kind of zipper shut, which, let me tell you, not a good thing to do with blanket yarn. I just always feel like it's gonna break. Just like get real up in those armpits. Okay, and I will stick this. Nice, just all the stuffing coming out. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think I did one round too many on the head, and I think that decision is going to haunt me. I need a vacuum so bad. Cinnamoroll. Haha. That's it. That's it. That's all I got. I really need to figure out how to BRB again for the millionth time. I kept trying to like figure out a way to actually get him on video sitting up, but alas, it was not meant to be. There he is. He's got little arms, little legs, a little swirl butt, some beautiful ears. I guess I could not that much better. I don't know, just trying to figure out how to, I'll take some pictures later and actually maybe make a new thumbnail. It's just so overexposed from my like work lights that it's hard to see, but pretty proud of the tail. The face is less questionable than I felt. Maybe I can see if I can shut off some of these lights. That would honestly probably be worse because it's getting dark in here. Anyway. I can't decide. It's been a good adventure. I did something. Now I just need to write the pattern down and publish it. I mean, it's pretty cute. It's mostly just the angle in the very, very bright lights. When he's actually sitting up, like Cinnamoroll usually is, it's actually not that bad. And then you do this and you're just like, but yeah, hopefully I'll get this pattern. Oh, plus I have photos for the pattern because I recorded this whole thing. Maybe this does make sense. I don't know. It's been years since I've actually written down a pattern, so maybe this one will get made, and maybe this guy should like go up in the store for like cost of materials plus shipping. I can't, if you just, because I don't think it's a construction problem, because I think it looks perfectly cute when it's sitting up, and I need to get over myself. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I will sign off, and maybe if this made sense, I'll do some more, probably with less bulky yarn, because this was kind of a nightmare.